Everybody, I'm headed out on another trip out to the Big Bend to check on my property. This is actually the last trip I'm going to do before we close down for the summer. So it's a really exciting time for us because next trip, that means we're not going to have any guests and we're going to be setting up camp inside our dome and getting started on our next build, which we've been waiting months to get started. So we're really excited about that. All right, I'm trying to document this trip going out there. I don't know that I'm going to do this style video very much. I really want to focus more on videos focused out there at our property doing the actual builds, but it is something I want to practice, and maybe if there are a lot of people that view this and like it, I'll certainly try to do more videos like this. But anyway, it's mainly just for me to get some practice in. Also, typically whenever I go out there to our property, it's after a long week of corporate work. So, my hat's off to the people that actually love doing that type of work, but I'm really an outdoors guy. I love working with my hands, but I work a corporate job and it's really kind of soul-sucking for me. So doing these kind of videos after a full week of corporate, and I just finished work, and it really kind of sucks all the energy out of you. Anyway, I'm starting to get I notice I feel myself once I get past San Antonio. I live in the Houston area. Once I get past San Antonio, I start to feel that energy kind of come back as you feel the pressure of the hustle and bustle in the city kind of come off your shoulders. So anyway, well, hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm going to go ahead and get started and head on my way right now. Alright guys, I'm just kind of making my way out of San Antonio right now. I live in the Houston area, and Houston is a big city, and San Antonio is a big city as well, and lots of traffic. It's pretty miserable to have to drive through. But once you get out of San Antonio, it is way more relaxed. There's a couple ways to get out to the Big Bend region where my dome's at. One, you can basically just stay on I-10 pretty much the entire way, and it'll get you there quick, but definitely going through San Antonio is horrible if you try to stay on I-10. For one thing, you almost can't. You'll get using GPS, it'll redirect you basically around downtown and then back on the I-10. It's pretty crazy. So typically what I do is I just stay on Highway 90. It's all small towns. From San Antonio, takes you to Del Rio, and at that point you're basically on the border with Mexico, and you just hug the border the entire way until you get to the Big Bend region. Nothing but small towns, not much traffic, way more relaxed. I can tell you right now, I already am feeling much better than whenever I left. So, I'm actually give you a little bit of my background. I'm from Mississippi originally. That's where I grew up. And it's funny because growing up in Mississippi, I had the only context I had at the time of what was a big city was comparing where I lived to other cities in Mississippi, or where family lived, and comparing to where I lived in Mississippi. But after leaving Mississippi in college, after I graduated college, I realized that Mississippi doesn't have any big cities. It really doesn't. Everything feels really small whenever I go back home. So living in a big city like Houston has its pros and cons. I mean, for work, there's lots of work there, and a lot of really good paying jobs. You've got access to almost anything you could want or need, I guess. But the pace of life is not what I like. So the pace of life really, to me, increases my stress levels on a daily basis, and it's hard for me to, I guess, do the things that I'm really passionate about, which is building unique experiences for people, like what I've done with the 2 domes that I've built. So that's a big part of what I'm doing with this channel. I want to share all of my experiences with you guys and provide tons of value that way. But so as I grow my glamping business, my goal is to try to get out to West Texas full time. But until I get to that point where I've got enough source of revenue, I'm pretty much, for the time being, stuck to Houston, unless I can get a better opportunity to have a good, stable income and support my family while I'm building. But I definitely want to get out there and start building full time. It's just these projects that I do out there, I absolutely love doing them. I love seeing how it impacts people. All of the guests that stay there, I mean, it's pretty incredible the feedback I get. But it takes a long time to do because I have to spend most of my time in Houston. So at this point in my life, actually both of my kids are grown up. My youngest graduated high school last year, so my wife and I are actually empty nesters, and we do have the flexibility to be able to pretty much move anywhere we want. But at the same time, that requires being able to move wherever we want, but I still, at the end of the day, have to have a job to maintain the income I need to support my family. So we'll see how things develop over time, and see if I can't get myself into a situation where I'm out there full time. I've got some ideas, so you guys will see me implement those ideas that I have as you follow this channel. All right, so let me tell you a little more about the route. So I'm actually stuck in traffic again, trying to leave San Antonio. You guys are probably like, if you're watching this and you live in a large city, maybe even not even that large, you probably see the same thing where a lot of people live outside the city. They're trying to get away from the hustle and bustle, and they live in a subdivision just outside town. So it's definitely like that in Houston and San Antonio. So the traffic's still heavy as you're getting out of town. I'm going on the Highway 90 route. You go through Uvalde. Uvalde is where Matthew McConaughey's from, the actor. It'll probably be dark whenever I go through the town though, so I probably won't be able to show you guys anything. Other small towns, and then from Del Rio, I'm getting close to where I usually stay. It's since I'm typically leaving on a Thursday in the evening, I'll stay at Seminole Canyon Park, which is just past Del Rio. It's like, I think I end up paying like $19 to stay the night there. I actually like tent camping, and they've got showers there, so it's way better than having to spend money on a hotel, in my opinion, if you're trying to make it more budget friendly. So hopefully I'll check back in with you guys once I get to Seminole Canyon State Park. Talk to you guys later. Hey everybody, it's Saturday morning and I'm just leaving Seminole Canyon Park. I actually didn't sleep that good last night. Usually I really do. The thing about the spring out here is it tends to get really windy. So I set up my tent and the wind picked up so bad. It was like, if you've seen the movie The Blair Witch Project, I mean, the tent was just rattling so much and flapping and shaking that it was hard to go to sleep. So I ended up, I think it was about 3:30 in the morning, I ended up packing up the tent and then just moving some stuff out of my Tahoe and laying down my mat inside here and sleeping. I think I got a 2 hours probably sleep after that. So anyway, it looks like it's gonna be a real nice day, so back on the road.
take a leap of faith.
Alright guys, I'm going through a town called Sanderson right now. It's a really interesting town, and this is pretty much the start of the gateway to the Big Bend region right here. This town has an interesting history. It was actually big on sheep farming, or I guess ranching, and it was devastated by a flood in the 60s. I think it went from like a population of 3,000 to really not much at all. And there's still a lot of abandoned homes from that flood, so I'm just going to show a little bit. So there's a lot of homes that were devastated, a lot of businesses as well during that flood during the 60s. There's people that are actually moving in here that are trying to rebuild this antique place, or it's been here for a long time. The owners basically bring in crafts and stuff like that from Mexico. Ferguson Motor Company, this is a couple from San Antonio that started this kind of coffee shop, and they've expanded into other types of stuff with their business as well. Now, what's really interesting is if you go deep into on the north side of Highway 90 at Sanderson, that's where you see where everybody lived, I guess, back in the heyday of the city. But anyway, we won't show that this video. If anybody's interested, let me know, and I could get some drone video maybe next time I pass through here. Hey everybody, I just got out to our property. Not too much to do. We're out of some supplies like paper towels, lower on toilet paper, things like some of the consumables that we stock. And that's pretty much all we stock, is just like your very basic consumables like paper, paper towel, toilet paper, and cleaning products. And really that's about it. And I am always blown away about how good of care our guests take care of our place. I'm so appreciative of that, and it makes me so happy to see the experiences that people have out here at our property. I'm able to see that through the reviews. We always get really good reviews, and I love reading all of them, and how this experience has made their lives better in some way, or added value to their lives. And I don't know, I like to think that it's because people see all the effort that we put into building this place with our own hands. It is an incredible amount of effort, and I like to think that that's why guests take such good care of it. I mean, literally, there's not much to do out here. I'm gonna get the vacuum cleaner out, clean the floor a little bit better, but man, it looks really good. I want to talk about what's blooming right here. So this is strawberry cactus right here, and it is actually absolutely delicious. So it's blooming. I hope that we get more rain this summer than we did last time. Usually strawberry cactus, it's kind of like dragon fruit, or I don't know, maybe a cross between dragon fruit and kiwi. It's really, really good. And we have strawberry cactus all over our property out here. So the blooms are really pretty. I can see the bees are on it right now. Hopefully it produces some really good fruit this summer. All right, so let's go ahead and go back in. We keep coffee on stock in here, and some tea as well. I was surprised. I wasn't sure how much people would use, but if half the jar basically has been used, that's a lot of tea bags. So looks like that ended up being a good thing that the guests like. And the coffee I've refilled a couple times. We use Big Bend coffee roasters. I think the roastery's in Marfa, but it's really, really good coffee. So I'm just gonna top it off, and that's gonna be enough to get us through the rest of the season. And I got some green tea and some chamomile that I found in Alpine.
it's worth the wait. Darling, you've been on my mind. Gonna love you to the end of time. And I know you're the one. Our story's just begun. I'm never gonna let you go. With your love, I'll never be alone. There's only one thing I know for sure. I'm never gonna let you go.
I want to show you guys these lamps that we got real quick. So we got these, we went with a Japanese style decor, and I've mentioned it before, my daughter designed everything, and then I built it. I bought these obviously, but one thing I didn't realize that I'd have to watch out for here is being in the desert, and I guess with it heating up here in the dome during the day. I got 3 of these lamps, and all of them have done the same thing. They split right here, so the glue, I guess the glue melts, and then it just comes apart. So if you're doing something in the desert with some lamps that you buy, I would make sure that they're stitched all the way down on each side and not glued. So anyway, lessons learned. I actually took the one that we've got, one that split apart completely, the shade, and we went ahead and sewed it, hand sewed it all the way down the sides. Now these 2 remaining have done it, so I'm just going to swap them out. The one that we fixed, I'm going to bring back in here, and this one I'm going to take it back to Houston with me to fix. Scared out of me when I was putting the generator up underneath the dome out of the corner. I put the gas can past a snake. I mean, I went over its body and put it up, and then I scooted the generator up next to the gas can and didn't realize there was a snake right there. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. Thank God it didn't bite or anything, but lesson learned for me to be more careful when I'm putting stuff up out here. This is the first time I've seen I've seen non-poisonous snakes out here, but this one looks like it. I don't know, if it was a rattlesnake, it would have rattled. Let me show you guys what it looks like. Yeah, I don't know what kind of snake that is. Try to hold it steadier. Man, you guys see it move? All right, one thing I'm trying to figure out, guys, I'm trying to provide some, it feels good out here right now, and a lot of the days during the spring it does, but when it's not cloudy and the sun's out, it gets really hot during the day, during the dome, especially as you're getting towards May. So the bay window that we have of the dome, it's double pane, so double paned, I think I said that right. So I think what I'm going to do is cut out a piece and then have it like that inside the bay window. I don't know. I'm gonna go in there and check it out and see. I've had lots of ideas of what I could do to put a shade where guests could put it up if they want to during the day and then take it out. So I don't know. We'll see what we come up with. All right, guys. I think I've got a solution, at least temporary. So this radiant barrier, I just unrolled it, put it behind the frames for where I've got the bamboo blinds, and I can tell it's going to help big time. What I was thinking about doing was getting the vertical boards and have them going vertical in sections, and then attaching this material to it. That way I could go all the way up, which I may do while we're working this summer. But this will give guests some shade in here. And then if they don't want it up, they can just roll it up and then put it back whenever they leave. So I think I like it. Let's see. Guys, I got things pretty wrapped up here, so I actually have a photography job to do, photography and video on a property that's for sale. So pretty much done here, and then that's where I'm going to go take care of that job and then stay the night. Probably come back here to this ranch, find a place to camp out, and then head back to Houston in the morning. One thing I want to show you guys, if you ever go with any camp shower bags, this is a super simple solution. There's not much that can go wrong. What I like about using the shower bags is you don't have any plumbing to really mess with, and it helps conserve water too. They can only put so much in here. I don't recommend this brand though, so I ended up getting a different brand. These camp shower bags. What you want to do is you want to find the kind that has a hard handle up here on the top. That way, when they hang it up, it doesn't break over time, start tearing every time. Another thing is you don't want to get them that hold this much water, because people try to fill it up. It's a lot of weight, and this weak material, it starts tearing. So this one is my only one that I had left, actually, out of probably 5 of them, but it's starting to tear right here. So it's just a matter of time before it tears all the way. So that's about it. I'll catch you guys once I get out to the property that I'm doing the real estate photography job on. Hey guys, you can see my vehicle back there. So I got stuck, headed out to that real estate photography job I was going to. The information I got from the realtors was that the route wasn't that bad, but it turned really sandy, and I'm in a 2-wheel drive vehicle and I got stuck. So anyway, go ahead and end the episode here, and I'll let you guys know how everything turns out in the next episode. Take care.